So welcome back to our channel. So today I'm going to be doing the next video on in the Golf series, where I'm going to be prepping the engine bay, getting it all ready for paint, and then getting the new engine all cleaned up and put back together, ready to go in the car. So you might have noticed that it's been quite a long time since we last posted on our channel, and I just wanted to come on here today and just explain a little bit to you about why that is. So basically, we've just spent a little bit less time in the workshop this year. We've just spent a bit more time doing other things and just had a little break away from YouTube, which has gone on a bit longer than we intended. But we are back now. I know I say this every time, but we are back. We're going to be posting more. We've got quite a few videos all edited, ready to post up, so they'll be coming in the next few weeks, and we've got quite a few exciting things to come up too. So we've been buying new projects, buying, selling, and having a lot of things come into the workshop. And although we have spent a bit of time out of the workshop doing other things, we have been incredibly busy when we've been at work as well, which is kind of why we've been lacking in posting too. Another reason is because we've been spending a bit more time getting the stock cars ready for race season next year. For those of you who don't follow us on social media and don't know, we have quite a bit to do with the short oval motorsport, stock cars and hot rods and stuff like that. So I've been getting my Formula 2 stock car ready for race season next year, and we've also been building a junior hot rod for my little sister, who's 13 years old. She'll be racing in the junior classes, same as what I did when I was a little bit younger than her. So we've just been getting her car ready, my car ready, and just prepping everything ready for next year. So hopefully we'll be all ready for sort of March time when race season starts again. So we're hoping to show you a bit about that as well. I've got some footage filmed of the Formula 2 stock car, so hopefully I can show you what I've been up to on that as well, because it's had quite a bit of work done to it, is all I'm going to say. So I hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more of us. As you can see, I've got all the wings off now. It's looking very dirty underneath it, so that's going to need a good clean. I've already started cleaning up the actual engine bay itself. It's definitely, or I'm pretty certain it's going to need a respray anyway, but best off to start getting it tidied up. As you can see, the wings are pretty knackered, pretty rusty. So, I mean, you don't see none of this when the arch trims are on, but I want to know that it's all good underneath. So I've still got the gearbox to clean up, got the subframe to clean up as well. This is how the engine's looking now. It's basically down to a bare block, and yeah, it's pretty rusty, to be honest, pretty minging. Got all my bits, or I should have everything off now, and this is the stage I'm at, where basically it's just going to be a case of cleaning up the engine bay, tidying it all up, probably spraying it. I've got a little bit of welding to do as well, which I found that I didn't actually know about, but you get that with old cars, so I'm willing to get over it a little bit. So yeah, next thing is just tidying up the engine bay and getting the engine prepped to go in. I've got the engine all painted, it's all dry now, it's looking a hell of a lot better. I've also got the sump cleaned up and painted on with a new sump gasket. I've got the head here waiting to go on. Obviously you just got to take the rock cover off to go obviously get to the head bolts. I've got a new head gasket here somewhere here, a new inlet manifold gasket and new exhaust manifold gaskets, so they are ready to all go on, and then it's just a case of like reassembling, really, just obviously backwards version of how I took it all apart, I suppose, but it's getting there now, so, and it's looking a lot better, so I'm pretty happy. So the next thing that we need to do now I've got the head on and the new head gasket is to torque it all up to spec. So we've got the bit of paper that came with the head gasket kit. So we've got 40 Newton meters, then 60, and then 90 degrees, and then another 90 degrees. So we've got a torque wrench here with the right end on it. So we'll set that up in a minute. And then the 90 degrees, I've just got this little tool here, which will give us that.
They're not designed to last. They're now a commodity. They're not a luxury item anymore. They're a commodity. People don't care about them nowadays.
As you would have seen when I was fitting the camshaft back into the head, I had cleaned up and painted the standard cam pulley. However, I have recently purchased a Piper Cams adjustable vernier cam pulley, so I will now be fitting this one to the engine. So that just means we can just get the timing absolutely spot on, especially with the head skin, which I know a lot of people have said about in the comments. And I was kind of thinking about putting one of these on, and then I just went for it and got one. So I thought it would make sense, what we've taken quite a bit off the head. So we now have this to fit. Right, I've just got the car on the ramp. I'm now about to start all the prep work in the engine bay. So as you can see, I've already started sanding down some of this. This had a bit of rust in it, so that's why I've kind of gone over it with a sander. Just a 120 grit, just so it doesn't leave too many marks in the metal that we can't get out. Next thing, I've got a wire wheel in a grinder that I'm going to go over everything with. I'm not too much of a fan of seam sealer and the texture left from it, so I'm kind of thinking to take it all back like this and just get it all looking a lot tidier. So yeah, that's the next stage really. I've got a little bit of welding to do on this passenger side chassis rail, so we'll get that done while we're in here. I think there is another or a few more areas that are rusty, so you can see just in there needs a little bit of work. I'm not sure if that's going to need welding or not. And one of the little studs for the brake line has broken off as well, so that's going to need a little bit of welding. So yeah, next is just to get it all cleaned up and prepped and ready for paint. Right, I've now got the chassis rail all welded up. That's all welded and can't quite see, but it's cleaned up as well. I've also welded this side of the chassis too, and I've just put a little bit of filler in that just to smooth it out, as well as a few other little areas as well. So like here, that bit I've still got to rub down. But yeah, I've just fillered in over any bumpy areas just to smooth it all out. So next thing is to get all the panels on, all the new ones. So I've got 2 new wings and a new valance as well. So I'm going to get that all bolted up, and I'm just going to check everything before I go ahead and rub it all down and prep it all for paint and get it painted. I just want to make sure that everything fits nicely, that the gaps are all right, and that everything lines up nicely. Hopefully Dad can give me a hand just getting that all lined up and make sure that everything's okay, because I don't want to go ahead and paint it all and then when I put it all back together, nothing lines up. So best to get it all jigged up now, as Dad advised me. So I'm just going to get the wing on and the valance on, and then we just check everything's alright, and then we should be about ready to get it all in paint. Question. Why am I crawling around on the floor when I'm doing it on the ramp?
I have no idea.
Clearly I've forgotten. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and in the next one hopefully we'll be getting it all properly painted and hopefully getting the engine in. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.